Hi everyone and welcome to our new video. Today I will tell you about the most famous tour location in Dubrovnik, the Elaphiti Islands, and the famous Blue Cave, the go-to snorkeling location here in Dubrovnik. Stay tuned to hear the best ways to get there, what to do, and more. Okay, first things first, where are the Elaphiti Islands? The Elaphiti Islands are a group of islands just northwest of Dubrovnik. The biggest and the favorite tourist stops are the three Elafitis, Koločep, Lopud and Šipan. There are 10 more islands around Lopud, Šipan and Koločep, but the other ones are mostly uninhabited, although they are hiding some of the most beautiful places to visit if you are coming with a private speedboat. Let's start with Koločep. This amazing little island has become famous for hiding one of the best snorkeling locations, such as the Blue Cave and three green caves. The village on the island is a small, relaxed place with a small hotel and the beaches. You can take a ferry that runs every couple of hours to the Elaphiti Islands from the main commercial port in Gruž. Commercial port is where all of the cruise ships stop in Dubrovnik, so it doesn't go from the old town. So the Gruž port is where all of the cruise ships stop. That's not the port in the old town. Don't go in the old town and look for the Elaphiti Islands and something like that. You need to go to Gruž, G-R-U-Z, and from there you have Jadrolinia, that's the local company. You have their booth where you can buy the tickets, and you have a boat there right in the middle of the port called Postira. To reach the caves, you will need to book one of the many excursions in Dubrovnik, or if you want a peace and quiet, you can get a private boat tour that will take you when it's basically empty. At least that's what we do. They're trying to escape from other groups and getting that a little bit of privacy. I recommend that you come either earlier in the morning or later in the afternoon. If you take some of the boat tours here, that there are plenty of companies offering that. If you take it, work with your skipper, tell him that you want to come afternoon. That's my experience is that it's much better in the afternoon if there's not much wind. The colors are absolutely amazing. The caves are looking towards the west, so you get all of that sunlight coming to you. There are much fewer people then, and the snorkeling experience is 10 times better. On Koločep Island, you have few restaurants and small cafes in the main port where the ferry stops. Main attraction of the island is the caves. The second island is Lopud. This beautiful piece of land on one side hides the most amazing sandy beach in this, I would say, in this part of Croatia. It's called Šipan, and at the main port of the island there's a magnificent promenade with hotels, superb restaurants, bars and local shops. I recommend most of our clients to stop for a lunch on Lopud Island when we are doing a half-day tour or something like that. Restaurants are really good, and you have fresh ingredients. They are coming from the island. Restaurants like Mandrač and Dubrovnik are your go-to spots. When you come to a Lopud by ferry or excursion boat, you will stop at the main port, and if you want to go to Šipan beach on the other side of the island, I'll put up the drone footage so you can see a little bit how everything looks on Šipan beach. If you are going to go to another side from when you come by a ferry or excursion boat, be ready to walk at least 45 minutes. It's going to be hot. Summers in Croatia are quite hot, but locals came up to an idea to use the golf carts to transfer people from one side to another for a fee, of course, so nothing is free there. If you choose to go with a private tour, you'll stop on the beach directly with your speedboats, and afterwards your skipper will take you to the other side. The ferry also stops in Lopud when you come from the Gruž port, and it's a little bit slower, so take that in mind. It's not the ferry to do the island hopping. It's quite slow and old. They ordered new boat that will enter that line in who knows when, but If you are planning the island hopping, then take the excursion or a private boat for the ferry. Stop at one of the islands. My recommendation is Lopud. It's a perfect mixture of fun, beaches, bars and restaurants there. Third, and my favorite island, is Šipan. This island is the largest of the Elaphiti Islands, and most untouched nature is here on the Elafitis. When you arrive here, there are a few amazing spots to go for a wine tasting also. I work with Mr. Mato Goravica in Suđuraj. So Suđuraj is a little village there. It's actually a port area of Šipan. I'll put up the footage here so you can see. This is from our tours. This is how it looks. It's absolutely amazing. And we go, so when you follow the road, when you arrive at Šipan there, and when you follow the road uphill, I'll show you here on Google Maps, you can come to a few local houses and wineries. These are micro wineries, and here you'll probably taste the best wine there is. Olive oil also, and carob flour. This is carob, and they dry it, mill it, and you can use it in all sorts of like sweets, yogurts, pancakes, etc. If you are still hungry after the wine tasting, my favorite restaurant there is called The Old Mill. It's basically a restaurant that was built on the olive oil mill that was powered by the horses. When you enter into the restaurant, the bar actually is situated on the top of the mill, so you can see the whole thing there. And of course the owners are happy to show you how that worked before. This restaurant has a proper wooden grill, and the fresh fish is absolutely delicious. All of their produce comes from their field in the center of Šipan Island. At the far end of Suđuraj, where you will arrive with your excursion or a private boat or ferry, there is a place called Luka Šipanska. This place is a hidden gem with a tranquil atmosphere, the smell of Adriatic and pine wood that will absolutely hypnotize you. If you are on a private boat, try to arrange for your skipper to take you there. If you are on the ferry, find a local to take you there, or take a bus. There's a bus line. The ride is maybe 20 minutes just across the island. So in summary, there are 3 options for transport to Elafiti Islands. A ferry, which is the cheapest but slowest, and you will need to choose one island from the Elafitis. There's excursion boats, which are absolutely fun, maybe not much as for kids, and it lets you see all 3 islands, but the con there is that you don't have much time on the islands to explore them. And the private boat tour, which is more expensive than the other options, but allows you to cover more ground with fewer people around, and you have all the Elafitis basically to yourself. And as always, if you like this video and got some value from it, click a like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me which topics would you like us to go through to help you with. If you wish to go on the Elafiti Islands, you can reach out to me, and we are happy to help. See you in Dubrovnik.